What's up guys, and welcome back to the Car Wars YouTube channel. So today we're talking about radials and how to launch them. So first of all, let's figure out that there is a difference between drag radials and bias splice slash slicks. They call them either way. Drag radials, they're built differently. The key difference is drag radials have stiffer sidewalls. They have bands running the direction of the rotation of the tire. Bias splice, they cross and they don't have bands on the sides, and they're softer compounds. Bias splice are softer, you can run lower PSI, and then when the car squats and the tires actually warp, you get a better path, and then it gets better traction and it takes off on the slicks. Drag radials, you can get them to warp a little bit. I got mine to warp just a little bit, but not too much. But they are soft. They're actually a lot softer than street tires. I have a lot of PSI. I have 30 PSI right now, so it's still kind of hard, but it's still a lot softer than a regular street tire. So that's the key difference between a drag radial and a slick. Now, one of the drawbacks why I didn't want slicks was because you can't really drive them on the streets. The tire is soft, and then if you're going on high speeds, you can get your rim to wobble back within the tire. The rim will go back and forth, and that's not really safe, especially if you're running on the streets. And then when you go into a turn, if you're getting pressure onto the side, the rim can push out. The tire will have traction, the rim can push out, and you get a tire roll, and that's not safe. And they just do not recommend running slicks or bias splice on the streets, and I didn't want to do that either. On the radials, one of the drawbacks that I saw was you don't want to run these in the rain. I did get the radials with a little bit of tread. You can see there's a little bit of tread. Well, these tires are starting to go out, but you still don't want to run them in the rain. I ran mine in the rain. You get a little bit on the throttle and then it kind of spins, but it still doesn't hydroplane too bad. So the reason why I chose drag radials over slicks was because with slicks, you gotta have two sets of wheels. You gotta have wheels for the track, and you got your daily wheels or daily driver wheels, and you gotta swap between the two. And that's felt like too much work for me. And then like if you're driving on the streets, let's say you're having a romantic night or romantic dinner with your wife, you go out to a Red Lobster, you're having a good time, you order that lobster, you know, you kill it, and then you're driving home. For some reason you're driving through Mexico, and then a Mustang rolls up on you, and you're like, what's up, man, what's up, SA, let's run, you know. And you're just like, all right, you know. And then you throw down and you're on street tires, and then what happens? You blow your tires out. But with these tires, boom, you know, you got that traction, you warm it up. If you need to drop that PSI, you drop that PSI, and you're good to go. And then everybody's happy. You get back into the States and you can go right back home and have a good time. You're happy, your wife is happy. It's a great night, you know. So these tires were a choice for me. It's very important, you guys probably know. But let's get down to the true purpose of this video. So radials, how do you launch them? I done a little bit of research, but I couldn't find much, so I decided let's go out, run the car until we figure out what works best for me. So I have an automatic car. Manual, guys, I hope some tips help you, but with the automatic, what I would do is I'd roll up to the staging line. I'd put 1 foot on the brakes, 1 foot on the gas, partial throttle, just a little bit, raise the RPMs, put a little bit of pressure on all the components, drive shaft, transmission, whatnot. There's a little bit of pressure. As soon as there's the green light or the third yellow light, whichever one, you let go of the brakes and get partial throttle. As soon as you feel that the tires have traction, you roll into the throttle fast, but don't slam it. You just roll into it fast, and then you go. So I'll do as soon as it turns green, partial throttle. Well, let go of the gas, partial throttle, and then roll into the rest of it. Because I tried holding the brakes and not holding the gas. As soon as it goes green, I would hit the throttle pedal to the metal, it would blow the tires off. I tried brakes, a little bit of gas, you know, put the pressure on all the components, and then as soon as it goes green, let go of the brakes and pedal to the metal, it'd blow the tires off. I tried brakes, a little bit of throttle to raise the RPMs, put the pressure on the components. As soon as it goes green, let go, partial throttle, and then instead of rolling into the rest of the throttle, I would just slam it, pedal to the metal, it would still blow the tires off. So what worked the best for me was you hold the brakes, you hold the throttle, just raise the RPM just a little bit. As soon as it goes green, you go partial throttle until you feel that the tires are getting traction. The car gets a little bit of momentum, and then you roll in to the rest of the throttle fast. And you're gonna have to play with your car to figure out how it works. I mean, this is for cars with higher horsepowers that keep blowing the tires off. This is some tips for you guys. If you have less horsepower and traction is not an issue, then that's awesome. You just hit pedal to the metal and you go. But I noticed on my car, if I hit pedal to the metal, it just blows the tires off. But also another thing is my car is lowered. It's sitting on springs. It's not on factory suspension, so that plays a role. So every car is a little bit different. But that's what I would do. I would play around with the throttle like that. You'll figure it out as soon as you make a few runs. And then I hope these tips helped you. If you guys have a few tips for me, just leave them in the comments section. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know the next time I post a video, and I'll see you guys next time.